Hey beautiful people, my name is Kristen. Thank you for stopping by my channel to check out my classics. My goal is to read at least one a month, and so I had set 12 at the beginning of last year, and spoiler, I did read them all. I got new glasses and I kind of wanted to sport them, but I'm noticing that the ring light is just not very compliant. So I think I'm just gonna film without them. But they are cute, aren't they? Glasses problems, right? I gotta get used to it. So my classic goals for last year, if you want to go back and check out any of the reviews, I had some of them that were read before August in my channel, my other channel, so I will link that below. But Mutiny on the Bounty, Grimm's Fairy Tales, Rebecca, The Woodlanders, National Parks, To Have and to Have Not, Madame Bovary, The Waves, and Cranford. So I read all of those goals, and now here are the ones that I am going to have on my TBR goals for 2022. If any of these are ones that you want to have me read sooner rather than later, leave me a comment. And if you've read any of these and you love them, leave me some encouragement below. So I want to read Maya Angelou's I Know Why the Caged Bird Sings. This book came out the year I was born, and so it's particularly special and looking forward to read that. I also received this book in my Coffee and a Classic last year, so it wasn't on my goals for the year, but I had wanted to read it last year and I did not get to it. And that's the 100 Years of Solitude. It's funny because I kept calling it 100 Days, but it's 100 years, which is a big difference, right? So I've heard reports that this has a lot of characters who have similar names or even the same name. And it's hard to keep track of them, but we're going to give it a go. I am also absolutely going to be doing the BookTube kind of group reading of War and Peace. I love Tolstoy. Everything I've read by him I have really appreciated, and this is a big chunker of a book, but I'm very much looking forward to starting that in February and finishing through March. I also have Dr. Zhivago that I picked up at the library sale. Really want to read this classic for October's kind of more spooky. I thought I would give H.P. Lovecraft a go, although I'm a little bit intimidated just because I am not such a fan of the horror genre and all that, but we'll go for some roots there, right? I also picked up a beautiful copy of the Penguin cloth-bound classic Middlemarch, George Eliot. That's a good question. I know I usually get my authors kind of mixed up between, the Bronte sisters and all that. I have a hard time keeping track of who does what. So I will have to do some research and keep track of all that in my mind. Sandra Cisneros, The House on Mango Street. This was listed in the classic section at my Barnes & Noble, and I just thought it sounded like a really great story because I love cross-cultural stories. At the library sale, I also picked up Heart of Darkness, which I read in high school and did not like. So I thought I'm going to give it another go, just to see if I have a different opinion of it as an adult and when I'm not required to read it. I do love Tolkien, and I have not actually read The Silmarillion. I'm probably saying that wrong even, but I haven't read this one. I don't even know that much about it. I think this is kind of a backstory documenting the land and the world and not so much the plot and the character. But if you have read this or know anything about it, I'm just reading it because I am a ginormous fan of the whole Hobbit, Lord of the Rings, and this one I haven't read. I don't know, maybe it doesn't have anything to do with it, but I'm going to probably read it anyway and see how it goes. So grab a couple more here. This one is The Travels of Marco Polo. So this had been on my TBR for quite some time, and my son gave me this beautiful cloth bound edition. So we're going to give that a go and make, whoops, I'm knocking over books now. I also picked up this library book sale copy of Rebecca of Sunnybrook Farm. This is one that I did read as a child, but I haven't read it as an adult and would look forward to. And then I also got this copy of King Arthur and the Knights. So I haven't read this before. Got this in a Coffee and a Classic. So that one I'm going to definitely read this year. I will probably get to some other classics this year, but if you have any of these in particular that you want me to bump up my list and read sooner rather than later, let me know. I look forward to discovering new classics and watching other people's reviews and keep on adding to my TBR and hopefully get to some even more. But I hope that you have an outstanding reading year and Happy New Year, and I will catch you again soon. Take care now.